Ladies, listen. Here's how you're gonna sculpt that hourglass figure in just 10 minutes. This hourglass workout is gonna target your hips, your waist, and your glutes like nothing you've done before. I just finished this workout. My glutes and my abs are on fire. No equipment needed, just your body and some determination. Trust me, you're gonna feel the burn in all the right places. And I challenge you to commit to this for just 14 days to 2 weeks, and you'll see some serious changes. So let's get started.
We are hopping right into curtsy squats, and how you do this is you are going to stand on one foot and place the weight on the back foot as you are bending your knees. You are going to want to place most of the weight in your heels and that front foot as you are transferring your weight to the hips. If you're doing this correctly, you are going to feel some sort of tension in your hips and also your glutes. You're going to want to also engage your core the entire time as well. We are doing this for a minute total, which will be 30 seconds on each side. And when you do this, also make sure to push your knees outward, making sure that they do not cave in. For this next exercise, we're going to lay down on our backs and then we are going to go ahead and do bicycles. When you do this, you want to make sure that your elbows are spread apart and you're going to try to tap your opposite elbow to opposite knee. So my left elbow to right knee or right elbow to left knee. And you are going to also do this for a minute. Alright, we are going to stand up and we are going to move right into ballet lifts. How I do this is I flex my foot instead of pointing it and I am going to raise it to the side and we are going to engage our hips as we raise. We will be doing this for 30 seconds each side, once again a minute total. Alright, moving right along, we are going back down to our mats and lying on our stomachs. We are going into Superman pullbacks. Basically, how you do this is you go into Superman and then pull your elbows back toward each other. I'm sure there's a better name for this, but this is just what I'm calling it. And you are going to engage your back and your glutes and also your shoulders while you do this. Alright, next we are going into glute bridges, but we are doing it with a froggy stance. So instead of our feet being shoulder width apart, we are going to have them touching each other. And when we push our hips up, we are going to push our feet against each other in order to push our hips forward. So when you do this at the highest point of the hip thrust or the glute bridge, you are going to squeeze your glutes, making sure to really flex them at the top. All right, we are going to roll over to our stomachs and we are going to go straight into Cobra. How you do this is you expand your chest and roll your shoulders back, trying to point your elbows toward each other at the very top of the movement. I also like to look up, further expanding my chest at the top of the movement. You will feel this in your back. We will be doing this for a minute as well. Next, we will be moving into our flexed donkey kick. How you do this is you are going to kick your heel to the back of your glutes and you are going to lift your leg up similar to a donkey kick, but you are going to make sure that your knee is turned outward. I like to flex my glutes at the top of this movement. You will also feel it on the upper glutes more so than the lower glutes, further building that shelf look with the booty. We will be doing this for 30 seconds on each side. All right, next we'll be going into a high plank and going into push-ups for 30 seconds. At the 30-second mark, you are going to go into Chaturanga, which is where you try to keep your elbows as close to your body as possible and then allowing your body to drop to your mat and pushing yourself up to high plank and proceeding to do the same action once again. Next, we'll go into fire hydrant kicks, which is where you proceed to lift your leg up in a flexed position and then kick your foot outward. You will feel this in the hip that is doing the kicking. Next, we will be going into a high plank position and then doing a pull through with an open to a side plank. So you are going to alternate arms. You're going to pull one arm through and then open up to a side plank, transferring your weight from the middle to the side. Here's a little bonus exercise because I forgot how to count. All right, next we're going to flip over to our backs and we are going to lift our toes up and go ahead and reach our fingertips toward our toes for toe touches. We will be doing this for a minute straight and this will be the last workout, so give it your all.